Okay, hey everyone, welcome to another Will Witch RP Live Play TTRPG session. Uh, Will Witch RP is a couple, me and Lachlan, me, Faye, I should probably say my name, who
We
love
don't need to
sharing,
know that.
who love sharing stories so much so that we quit our day jobs and we created our own company to create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And tonight we are playing Starfinder. This is Homeward, our Starfinder campaign. We do, of course, have amazing players joining us here. If you would like to play a game with us, you can always do so. Ask in chat for information or head over to our Discord. More information is over there. We do have amazing art here on stream by Ansorge Digital over on Discord. That's all of our character art. We use Foundry for our map and dice rolling. And with that, I'm going to toss it over to Sekrin, who is our game master.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Homeward. It's been some time since last episode.
Look, some stuff happened.
Let me dodge that bullet.
It's been some time.
It's been time.
It's been a while.
I swear, Faye, when you were introducing us, instead of hearing Will Witch, I understood LOL, and I'm like, no, it's not LOL RP. Bitloopy. We got a loopy
No, that's the
DM.
after show.
Anyway, let's do a little recap for the time that has passed, and also for our players. So, last we left off, the Dralark on its right now paused state on its travel back, as they are mining some resources at this mining outpost to do some more in-depth repairs of the structure of the ship and just get more of the main systems back online, along with some extra systems has been laying there. And in the meantime, there's been some mysteries that our protagonists, that's a word that I have been not using for 43 episodes, I could have been using since the beginning. Our protagonists
No, I feel
have
like we should come up with a
been
better name.
following some clues about themselves, their past, about the situations that have been going, and also about sort of the overall mystery of what happened to the ship. Among all of that, there's been some sus activity around the ship, in particular around the recreational area. Amos was contacted by one former pirate to do to have a gathering along with the other people that have more or less remembered that there were at some point pirates, but they're not sure what happened. Amos met the ex-first officer of the Burden Sun, but since then, and since S was also trying to figure out what's going on, they noticed there were some things not fully picking up, but not fully working as intended. S and Amos went to check on the room, the control room of the AI of the ship, of Addy, and while there, they saw some technicians working there, and one of them seemed somewhat familiar for Amos, seen recently in a particular gathering. They decide to follow the individual. The individual felt nervous about the situation. There was a little bit of an altercation, and the individual went down unconscious. And they decided the best way to proceed was just to drag the body across the service tunnels of the ship toward, was it Amos or S room?
I believe we were heading to my room because I had the personal comm device copied over to my computer.
Yeah, I believe we were going to your room.
And then I threatened the general.
And we had to knock him unconscious.
Yeah, and yeah, I threatened an unconscious figure by trying to threaten the people that were watching us.
Yeah, as they were moving forward, they saw that apparently someone was trying to contact them and showing basically live footage of them on the tunnels as they were, as doorways began closing. And on the last moment, along with an emoji of an eye, not like two eyes, but just a singular eye, that was accompanied by a live feed of a Nulodius room before they decided to move forward and try to reach their room as soon as possible. In the meantime, actually a bit before the whole mess, Nulodius,
Yeah.
communications have been quiet with your group of friends, acquaintances,
Colleagues, please.
I'm
colleagues
sorry.
of your colleague and your roommate.
More than colleagues.
Yeah. And for the moment, there hasn't
Colleague
been much
and more than
communication.
colleague.
But in this time, you've been occupied mainly with the. From the last things we have talked is like you were being focused on the part of the necromancy parts and projects, right?
Mm-hmm. I had
Okay.
had those 3 questions relating to the to Dr. Camille's proposal on necromantic, not necromantic. No, necromantic is correct.
think
Dr.
it's
Camille's
correct.
necromantic prosthetics.
Yeah. So, let's say that would you have contacted the I think it wasn't the doctor per se, but a person inside the ship that they just found that they had that.
Yes.
And if I recall correctly, that is also a person that has not per se a prosthetic, but an actual necrograph heart, if I recall correctly. So yeah, you contact this doctor, this officer, and they mentioned that they could possibly contact the person, to bring in and check them at the arcane and signing division. Like they give you that proposal, and they say if possibly check that today.
Yeah, when Noel has the opportunity to do that, he'd be very interested to go and talk to them.
Yeah. Let's say during this day, because this person is a civilian. They don't have they're helping here and there, but they don't have a post per se. So they manage to be like, oh yeah, come over here and you get like an appointment kind of situation with them.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Throughout all this period when you said I'm not getting a ton of communications, I imagine Null is doing the thing that I do when my roommate is working and I'm like in between things at my current job, which is just text my idle thoughts because I don't have Twitter anymore. And S is just receiving random pieces, random texts, like my roommate does, like the text they received today that was, "Can you send me a picture of my milk propaganda?" Random things like that. S is just receiving. And Null, regardless of if Null gets a response, S is gonna get these little tidbits of like, "Hey, do you remember? Have you ever thought about
Have you ever thought about milk propaganda?
if a giraffe was a centaur? Do you think it would have a long human neck or a long torso? Do you think it would look like?" No response necessary.
okay.
You're
You-
not
you-
getting
you-
one, but that's amazing.
That's
Eventually, as you're like in the middle of posting, as in like, do you think what do you think would be more comfortable to sit on, under the shade of metallic dragon's wings, the shade of a chromatic dragon's wings, or the shade of an umbral dragon's wings? Like like ponder, like which one would be the best shadow? Would the metallic
how do
scales
centaurs wear
produce some
ties?
those kind of things? The doctor enters along with this individual. The doctor is this basically this elf-looking individual. They seem young. Like for an elf, this person might be around a bit below his 100 years, possibly. He still looks very young. Like that very pristine. Like I'm beautiful. I'm young. I'm beautiful. But he, that's not his attitude. He's like just walking in and be like, oh, Officer Macpherson, here. I brought the crewmate that had the heart.
Ah, yes. Thank you very much. Hi, hello. I'm Dr. Melodius McPherson. I work over in the Science and Arcane Division, and I happened to have your research proposal about necromancy and its potential medical usages come across my desk. And I was
Yes.
interested to talk to you further about that.
Yes, we've been checking on the situation. We have only seen, well, with that, we've then been going through the medical records of what we have found in the past days. The thing is, this seems to be the only person that has this kind of treatment. There's some that have not as many. There's a couple of individuals that the medical records been recovered indicate that they receive either augmentations in the ship or they already brought them with them. But this one in particular brought this, and I've been studying for a bit. I wanted to just, again, with your authorization, delve more into it and check about it. But a part of that, just it seemed to be that in terms of cost, this might be a cheaper one. Might require some arcane, that might require some research on our part to see how we can replicate that easily. But it seems to be that does not require much new things. Like when someone is trying to recreate, as you surely know, Doctor, as one tries to replicate and put new organs into a body, well, they're gonna be rejected because there's that situation of compatibility. But if you're using basically a part that, even if it has possibly not been in a good state, but it's of the same body, that would reduce a lot the possibility of the rejection. And we do not need to create a new one. We just need to grab the one that already exists. And I'm not sure how the process is done yet, but we are working on that. It's just we require the authorization.
Certainly. I'm sure you've gone through and done an assessment on how ethical scientific standards can all be met through all of this, and he rattles on about that for a second. A botanist definitely knows all the ins and outs of medical science and the ethics thereof. I may have just missed this as you were describing who was coming into the room. The fellow who actually has the necromantic heart is not this guy, correct?
No.
It's a different
Correct.
person.
It's a different person.
Okay.
This is the scientist that found this and is proposing the situation.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yes, of course, you have approval. I feel like it's probably something that should be fairly, high on our priority list. What with all the potential, we don't know how long we're going to be out here. Potential for organ failures, definitely something we want to have contingencies for. And it's not as though we...
I agree completely. It's just there's been other people that have proposed other things like mechanical solutions to this, and I understand. It's just I would think some of those metal resources could be used on other things rather than ourselves. Not that we do not, of course, we do not are up to it. I think valuable resources among our most other resources are life, and we should definitely preserve it as much as we can. But if we can use all those resources more efficiently, I think we could benefit the ship better.
I agree. Would you... Would it be against your ethics as a researcher to introduce me to this particular test subject of yours?
Not at all. Not at all. I can set up a meeting with them. I can set up an appointment if at the medical facility, so you can go and check along with the medical team there, and we can check further information. With the authorization, we will proceed to, obviously with their also approval, with the consent, we will also proceed to study it. Of course, nothing invasive about it.
Right. Yes, if you would be so kind as to set that up. I have a professional and personal interest in sort of learning the story, but yes, this is. I think there's a lot of good potential.
Right.
Buzz
Thank you
along
very
the
much.
lines.
Thank you. Pleasure meeting you.
He extends his hand and like shakes it, and then like leaves out. And as he's leaving, you receive a message.
Oh.
From, if I recall, the one sending the message was S, right, before?
I believe so. Yes.
Yes.
I can check my notes if I wrote it down.
And it was the coordinates, along with just try to remember if it was a like help us, or if you elaborate
Okay.
a little bit more on what happened.
No, it was okay. I've got the notes here. My notes are very, very brief. The bulkheads close in the service tunnels, creating the bottleneck. And so I sent null coordinates over the radio, not the comms. And the only other word that I gave was trouble.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You received that.
Well, you know, would Melodius recognize that those are coordinates and not just a series of numbers?
I mean, I think
I
that
want to say yes.
they like S sended like coordinates inside the ship, like Google Maps link kind of thing, like
A pin.
Well,
like
well, no, because this was over the radio, so it was all audio. So it would have been a string of numbers.
oh yeah, that's what you receive, like through to audio radio.
Mm-hmm. The
uh,
personal comms. Now that S is like paranoid again.
yeah.
Rightfully so.
Ah.
So you receive a bunch of numbers, probably like corridor. I think you also say like corridor B, like this kind of things, right? Because again,
I
it's
believe we gave a ping.
Yeah, whatever. So like wherever because I've got the whole map of the ship in my brain. Wherever I would like see, I'd give like because like we are in the service tunnels, so it'd be like hallway X30, and then the coordinates kind of along that.
yeah. So you receive that, and I'm gonna take just Melodius is smart enough to be like, oh, they're giving me like a direction.
That's more charitable than you needed to be, because
I
what
was gonna
Melodius was
say-
gonna go was, Addy, did you hear that?
Okay, I mean, you decide.
Did Addy hear that?
Hey, Melodius, hi. Yes, I did hear that. What was that? S?
Yes. Do you know why S is giving me a random string of numbers?
Not really. Let me see. String of numbers that seem to be. Oh, that is a coordinate on the service tunnels.
Oh.
Oh, he's located there.
Well,
Can Addie tell that I'm also there?
I mean, I think so. Yeah, good point. Okay. Yeah, I detect 3 individuals. Let me check on the sensors. Oh, I see S. I see Amos, and there's an engineer there.
I'm unconscious, guy.
Our readings are odd about it. Do you want me to contact them?
Uh, if you could just let them know that I'm on my way, and could you send me like a little ping to help me find that? I'm not great
Sure thing.
at the whole navigation thing.
Sure thing. I'll send you the location for it, and I'll be guiding you if you want.
Yes,
Noel needs a full ass mini map.
Okay.
it's true.
Give me a moment. Okay, information sent. I'll be going along with you if you don't mind.
Of course. Noel holds out his arm. It's like, oh, well, never mind. Well, in spirit. We can link arms and walk along the hallways in spirit.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. I like it.
And he
And
follows off.
yeah, you begin walking through the hallways, and as you're doing so, you don't physically see it, but as you move forward, suddenly, like in your comms, you hear, like, sort of like Addy making direct contact with you. You know, rather than using the audios around the ship, just creating like a specific link to, like, channel link to you. Hey,
Did we severely traumatize Abby?
I
Um,
definitely made him feel bad.
mm, uh, Dr. Nolodius, actually, is it okay if I call you, like your friends call you? No?
Yes, that's fine. I call you Addy. It seems only fair.
Well, I do not know my name, though. So,
I mean, if we're being technical, I don't 100% know that my name is Nelodius. I don't remember being named Nelodius. I don't remember a time when my name was Nelodius, but we've just sort of put that all together.
well,
so-
there's medical records about that.
My programming says that my name is Mac, and it also says I'm very, very old, so...
Touche. But yes,
Mm.
please call me.
Oh, is it okay to keep things away
my
from
God.
people? Like you know, like
Is
like
that why
maybe
I'm old?
maybe keeping like a secret?
I suppose it matters why you're keeping a secret. I think that honesty is a virtue, but I think that kindness is a more important one. I think there are things that are more important than being honest sometimes. I don't think keeping a secret is automatically bad, and I think there are good and valid reasons sometimes to keep them. Why do you ask?
Oh, it's just that, well, um, I don't think it's bad because, they have said that it's okay if that they're friends. I mean, everyone here is our friends. Well, I think so. Mm. But it's just some people have asked me to just not say things. Well, it's been many people actually. No, telling you that it's like no, nothing.
Are you saying that there are crew members who have asked for your discretion in things that you have been privy to?
Well, yeah. I mean, S has been asking that a lot, so I think that's okay. Megan has also asked that. You know, just Doghead has also asked that. Bahibel has also asked that.
In
I don't feel bad.
in your estimation of things, do you think that they've asked for your discretion to protect you or to protect themselves? I know that's possibly a difficult question to answer. We live messy, silly little lives, and oftentimes we do things we're embarrassed of or ashamed of, and I can understand someone not necessarily wanting that to be shared broadly, but
Hey, no, and suddenly, as you know, you're seeing like your hat or like the communicator you're using to guide. Suddenly, you see like it stops.
Oh,
like the GPS location stops. It's like, oh, actually, on the way, let me do this. And I think that yeah, over here, follow me.
certainly. Little disquieting, but okay. Our little Addie's growing up. Our little Addie has secrets.
Yeah, over here. Over here, over here. And it begins to guide you. Like, again, going up more or less the same direction. It overall seems to be that there's no change in the route until you go further and you eventually get to the part of the recreational area. I kind of got a friend, and I want them to know you.
Oh.
So yeah, it's kind of on the way to where S is moving. S is moving again, by the way. I've been trying to keep track. They're going very slow, but yeah, come over here. I want to show my friend.
We just got back. God, if you put a ping down, S, it's not gonna move with you.
I didn't.
Like a geocache.
I didn't give a ping. You heard me when I gave it.
Yes,
You
I know,
think
but
I
he's gonna go to the
trust-
original coordinates, and then he's not gonna find us there. We should stop moving.
I'm just. If we find ourselves in a area again, I'll give more coordinates. But until
Okay. Just Noel's gonna get there. He's gonna be real confused.
Is it clear where Addie is trying to lead me to meet this friend?
Yeah, you see that it begins leading you. It takes a bit, but you see now, like looking at it, it seems to be guiding to some sort of like bar.
Oh.
No.
That seems, being somewhat on the repairs.
God damn it!
Not really not being used, but you see a couple of people outside like working on something there. And switching back to you guys, to S and Mac.
Yeah, now you want to come over here?
Yeah, I want to go over there.
Yeah, I've just threatened who I'm very certain is the verdant son.
I am also very certain it's the verdant son, and I'm absolutely certain that's where our lovely little dumbass is going.
Not that we know that.
Not that we know that.
But I did get the feed of Null, or at least his room, if I remember correctly, where it's like they were making their point known just as I was. But if I also remember correctly, that the doors stopped trying to trap us. They also reset.
They all opened.
I forgot about that, Ray. Oh my god.
Jesus, I did forget that you were doing that.
Oh god.
So, seeing what I've seen on the feed, having my thoughts, gun still in hand.
Yeah, it's taking a time as you're moving this guy around. He has not come back up.
We leave him here.
You know he's not dead. You have checked, but you managed to get him to sleep a bit more.
I've got what information he
Did
had.
we get him to sleep like Amos got him to sleep?
Yeah, you knocked him out.
Yeah, I'm like, it was no tears, only sleep, right? That's
Yeah.
what-
So, S is gonna head towards the nearest door, and just leave him. We've got what we need from him. We need to find Null.
Yeah, you're right. Ooh, do I do that?
So what you guys are gonna be doing?
So I'm gonna look at S and go, do we want his people to eventually find him, or do we just not care?
Right now, I'm concerned that there are a lot more compromises in the system than we are aware of. And we need
Alright,
to
then we
find
don't
them.
fucking care. And I just drop the guy on the ground.
Okay. So, like I said, S is going for the nearest door. And again, I'll pocket the comm system, because I know that they're using that to communicate to me. They know that I've got it. And then, two-hand tactical grip on the pistol, and I'm sweeping the area, as I head out. I'm trying not to do it in an obvious way, in case there are civilians, but I do have that in my hands ready to go.
And you left the
like
guy
I'm-
on the tunnels, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
no, yeah.
yeah,
Full
he's-
send, dropped him on the
Okay.
ground, and then just kept going.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
he's in a crumpled pile. But I have my hand looking like I'm resting on my sword. It is definitely just on my sword, ready to go as soon as S gives a signal.
Okay.
S's signal is gonna be the shots
Yeah,
ringing
and
through
his
someone.
signal's gonna be the shooting. That's my point. As soon as you do something, I'm there. I'm with you.
So, as you come out of the tunnels and into the hallways, you try to be discreet about this.
I'll roll stealth.
I'm
I'm gonna say bluff, actually.
Yeah.
we best stealth.
Yeah, both of you roll me bluff to see how well you manage to play it cool.
Where's my thing? There it is.
23.
18.
Okay. As you manage to play it decently, like you're at the ready to draw, but you are not walking with the gun out.
Mm-hmm. I'm fine with that.
Mac, you seem more tense about this. Like I'm cool grip on the sword. It's more like I'm gripping the handle.
Yeah.
And you're not like looking left and right, but you are almost unmoving kind of thing, like that kind of tense.
Look, some dude just threatened me. I am okay with being the person who's like, all right, I'm ready to just kill everybody here.
And where are you guys going then?
I am heading towards where I last, like, if the live feed showed Null, I'd be heading towards where it just showed his room.
It just showed the door. It
showed...
just showed the door of the room.
Alright, then, I'm heading towards the Science and Arcane Division, because I would know that Null spends a lot of time there. So I'm just, like, backtracking where I would know to find him. Actually, you know what? No! I'm smarter than this.
Are we?
I'm going... Yeah, I am.
You're right, you are.
Null's got a personal, data pad, right? A comm device that...
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to go and see if I can hack into, like, an IP and find his. Like, see if I can find an IP in the network and pinpoint his location.
You will require to stop at some point on a computer.
I can do that.
Just to make sure.
Yeah, I'll go into, like,
and
one of the
you will
kiosks.
need to roll computers.
Yeah, I can roll computers.
Yeah, I know you can roll computers.
How about nat
Hey,
20?
It takes you a little time to do so, and you find you find the like ping or of the where the ID of Nulorius is, and it is in an area you very recently, through your computer skills, managed to, at least you thought, quarantine to get notice if something enters or moves around there. And you see he's just entering that area and heading into what seems to be one of the locales.
It's like very immediate, the sort of tension that kind of comes over S. He doesn't say anything, at least not for the first moment, and then it's just, we gotta be quick. Over to Mac, and then, like, just starts moving quickly. I am fully going to be taking advantage of my features here of, mobility, nimble moves, everything. I'm running.
Okay.
I do not care if I make a scene.
Okay. I'm gonna need both of you to roll. I'm gonna say athletics.
I don't think I have something like that.
Or, yeah, because
I just have run.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the
All
thing
of
you
my-
have is more
all of my
like
stuff is
evading
piloting.
and moving and disengaging.
Yeah,
I'm
all of
gonna
my stuff is
say-
piloting.
I'm gonna say with that, as you have a easier time in general, like the DC for you would be lower for you to evade people. For S for Mac, sorry, for Mac, it's gonna be just like for S gonna be an 18 because of those things, but for you Mac would be at 20. So roll the
On a what
athletics.
check? Athletics?
Athletics, yes.
Oh, great.
Athletics.
That's perfect. Awesome. Please don't fuck up.
So I'm gonna say in that moving around, and this is a bit of a mix of also trying to figure like your guidance and everything. Amos S begins to move faster than you, and at some groups of people, they manage to evade to the sides very nimbly, but you kind of stumble into those people, and as they're moving forward, you notice that S is beginning to get ahead and ahead and ahead and ahead.
I also know where S is going, so I'm not that concerned.
Yeah, you know where to go. That is somewhere you've been before, so you know where. It's just you're getting separated more and more.
Yeah,
and more
it's
and
not
more.
good, but we'll.
Yeah,
We'll
and
eventually
it's a
arrive there.
while for you guys to get there. But as you're moving forward, again, it's gonna take some minutes to get there because of the distances, even taking some of the elevators to get to the correct level and so on. Melodious.
It feels particularly appropriate that I'm listening to elevator music now, because I have no idea the desperation that these other two are going through. Just like, oh yes, a little friend. Let's go meet your friend.
In my mind, it's also the Wii music, the bum 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 bum.
The
bum, bum,
marketplace.
bum,
I love
Yes.
that.
Mhm. It's a very similar vibe.
bum. Yeah, I default to that one more than the Ipanema. But yeah, you arrive there and you see some people outside working, and one of them just looks at you, and you notice, actually, roll me sense motive.
Dice. Rolling dice in this dice game where we... Oh, I know.
Yeah.
No, not even my real life. That's right. We have Foundry. It's been
I
so
mean,
long.
if you want to, you can roll physical dice and you add the information in Foundry, or you can also go in Foundry and you click into it and it will
Foundry
do
has
rolling
the
for you.
added benefit of our audience being able to see the rolls.
This is true. I just forgot.
So does roll 20.
And I forgot.
Foundry's nicer looking.
I forgot to add the thing to show the dice rolling on the screen.
Zachary.
I forgot to add. Sorry.
Okay.
How dare you,
Well,
Sakura?
Go into it.
Mhm.
Hang on.
Yes, I don't think Sakura loves us.
I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight.
It's fine, Sakura.
Yo, look at that! That is a
Jesus.
sexy sense motive.
All we have to do is tell the game that our DM hates us, and it's just like, yeah, no, here.
The thing we've been going through on my normal group is the like um praise the Raven Queen, is praise bless the Raven Queen, something like that, and the rolls are stupid. The moment the Raven Queen is invoked, the rolls are stupid. um but yeah, a 30. You notice that the guy, it turns to look at you, one of them, and his look is not like, it gives immediately a weird vibe, as he like gives you a weird look of confusion, and like kind of stopping what he's doing and looking at his at the other two people that are working out, repairing they're kind of doing some light repairs on the outside, and he seems sort of frozen in place, not like in fear, but more like what do I do moment.
Is it like they weren't expecting to see me specifically, or they weren't expecting to see anyone come over here? Do I have any sense of that?
With a 30, um hard to say. I think that is more if you had like capacity to read minds, like this is like your insight. There seems to be a moment of like them looking, and you see that they kind of look at you, like your face, and kind of a bit toward like below a bit on the chest part, like identifying probably like the outfit you have,
Mm-hmm.
and like looking that kind of up and down.
Addy,
Yeah.
is your friend that you wanted me to meet like someone like me or another?
Oh, it's inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and if they ask, just uh okay, he says that if they ask you, oh, what are you doing there, just tell them that uh go ahead, send you.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. That must be your friend's name.
I guess in a way, yes. Yeah, in a way, yes.
Very well. And with all the confidence he can muster, Nelodius strides forward.
With a
Nod to these
30,
two and
yeah, with a 30, keeping that, I'm gonna say that this guy, the moment you begin walking, he kind of seems to begin getting defensive, but notices like how casual you are in going in, and just doesn't do anything. One of the other people, they're three outside, the other one like also looks, and you notice that similar reaction. And once inside, you see this bar. It's some repair more. You see some people just drinking, chilling, talking around them. And you're not sure if this would be a particularly good hour to begin drinking, but most of them look like have civilian clothes. Like none of them seem to be like engineering or something that would be more occupied. And on the bar, you see what seems to be this sort of android-looking individual. Skin is more on a, it would be a sickly pale, but you recognize immediately in the eyes that mechanical part, along with some sections, darker lines, like simulating a bit of the musculature of the body. Not like not entirely, but just like softer, that give it, though pale, sort of a synthetic look. As he's just like behind the bar, just like serving something for himself, for themselves. It's kind of androgynous individual.
Null will walk up to the bar and take a seat, and if he can get the, this is a fun little side quest that Null has allowed Addy to take him on. instead of following the coordinates I've been provided. But I'm just gonna continue to roll with it.
Yeah.
Surely S will reach back out to me if it's urgent.
Yeah, surely. Yeah, the rest of the people look at you, and the area, the initial area, because it seems to be a bit of a larger place, seems to go quieter. And then this android-looking individual approaches you, and says, "Hello, um, uh, sorry, who are you?"
Oh, it's all right. Oh God, I've already immediately forgotten the name. That what was the name that
Go ahead.
Addie said? Go ahead. Oh, it's all right. Go ahead, knows I'm here. Could I get a gin and tonic, maybe? A blueberry gin and tonic?
Sure. He
Blueberry
goes and begins
gin and
serving.
You've ordered a blueberry highball, which is so insane.
I don't
You
know. I don't know. I'm in
you
danger.
begin seeing this person kind of grabs things, mixing up, and as you're doing that, you see that as it kind of moves away, like makes a motion to another one and whispers something, and the other one just nods and walks away to, like, toward the back of it.
Is Null still able to talk to Addie here?
Yeah, it's you have comms if you want
Okay.
to, like it's kind of like a call, and you have like
Okay.
earpieces that you can adjust to just be talking. And it's normal. Nobody's gonna be like talking to no one.
Listen, Null just wants to say to Addie. So, when can I meet your friend? I would like to get back to finding out where S is. That was sort of odd with the coordinate there, but certainly happy to make time.
Oh, it seems that S is coming over here too. The
Oh.
breathing, it's getting closer. It's gonna take a couple of minutes. Maybe you can all meet together. Actually, I think my friend said that they knew suddenly a voice interrupts.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Um, it seems to be that go ahead call for you.
Yes, we have a mutual friend.
Ah, perfect. You see this individual, human-looking, a bit of a blonde-haired. Seems to be that he had a military cut, but the hair has grown a bit more. Has a bit of a coat on top of his what seems to be his clothing, but he looks a bit bulky in some parts, and has kind of a bit of a, I wouldn't call it dashing attitude, but it's very like, not charming, but like charismatic. Someone that is like
He's
confident.
a little cocky.
A bit cocky probably, but not like oh yes, I'm the best, but more like casual cockiness,
Rakish.
casual.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can get anybody I want in this bar, probably. That's the vibe.
A bit possibly. Very self of himself. But very self-assured, not self of himself. That's different. Very sure of himself. That's a word. Yeah. I think. I know exactly. Come along with me. I know. Go ahead and. By chance, I think Ari sent you here, right?
Yeah. He had asked if I would be willing to meet a friend, and
Yes. Actually, we are very much friends of Ari here in general. It's they've been wonderful helping us a lot. Believe me. Just come along with me, okay? I'll show you.
how's my 30 cents motive treating me
I'm
in
good.
this moment? Or do you want me to roll again?
I'm gonna need you to roll again, but I need I need something you know, you roll, you roll, you roll.
Yeah,
There's so
seems
much.
seems
Hold
good and
on,
fine.
hold on.
I have so much hate inside my body right now.
Yeah, it there's this part of this individual giving you like confidence, like, yeah, you know, he seems good intent, intended person, and you follow him, and uh, for a moment, as you go through, you see there's more people inside. All of them have that sort of uh, uh, um, silence in general. You see, but it seems like maybe they're gone quiet because they don't, you know, they were talking something private, and it's like, you know, someone passing by. They don't want to hear it. They don't want anyone to hear it. And as you move forward, you enter what seems to be kind of like the service area of this place. And inside, you see it has been adapted somewhat. There's a chicken hmm, kitchen kitchen section, but
Mm-hmm.
there's another section that you see more cybernetics stuffs, and um, some other rooms that probably storage have been adapted. And as you get inside, this person, you know, like opens the door and like uh you know, yeah, you first, kind of.
Oh, why, thank you.
As you enter, it takes you a bit deeper into this area. You see some panels have been removed. You see some sections that's somewhat repaired, but not much of the, you know, the full engineering team has been going through here. And you find an area where there's some chairs, places to sit. You know, there's some computers connected, and he offers you a chair, and then sits kind of in front of the same chair, you know, like on the other side of the table. Sorry, I know Addy. Send you to meet their friend. I think they mentioned they haven't decided what they want to be called, but you know, kids. Um, but in the meantime, I think we could talk a little bit, right? Uh, I think I know your face. You're part of the bridge crew, right?
Yes, I'm Dr. Nelilius McPherson. I'm the head of the Science and Arcane Division and the Bridge Science Officer. I have
Right.
my background is in botany, but I yada 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 yada.
Well, you know, it's funny. It's funny how sometimes we take decisions in our lives, and suddenly we find ourselves in different paths. Don't you think?
Yes, it's all the universe's sort of little tricks that lead us to where we are, the different connections we make. It's fascinating to sit and think of all the small little things that had to happen for us to end up where we are.
Right. Um.
I
Oh.
do want to step in here before we get too far into the conversation.
Yes.
Because we have our ads coming up here.
I was thinking about those.
Yeah. So, we will come back to have this conversation, but before we head out, I do just ask that you let the ads run. They help us out a ton here at Little Witch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, that happens over at my Ko-fi. Link for that's on screen, as well as in our chat room. Ko-fi donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community. Perks include special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests. There's a whole list available of that on our Discord. Check us out there, and we will see you guys very soon.
Tell me, Faye. It's between us. A little chaos grumbling.
That was the
That ended
first
up-
thing.
Yeah. You're welcome, chat.
I mean, it will indeed be between mommy and whatever they were calling. But welcome back from our little ads, and let's retake our story on a very interesting moment.
You sure?
Yeah, sure. Melodious, you have this person in front of you, and like they're they're chatting a little bit about life and stuff, and then she says, actually, I think we still have a bit more time, right? And you see like he kind of looks toward one of the screens, and the screen from just having some random it's like on the desktop. Suddenly, you see it flickers, turns kind of like a red hint into it,
No.
and you hear words. They should be close to our location. Just 4 minutes.
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, hello, welcome. I was talking to you.
I'm so sorry.
That is
It's okay.
amazing. So perfect.
So, recapping quickly, the like 10 seconds of dialogue. Melodious,
Yes.
you are sitting here with this individual, and you see, like you're talking, and suddenly he interrupts. Well, I think we soon. Actually, before we continue a little talk, and he looks toward like aside, like to a screen that just seems to be like on desktop, like nothing is happening, right?
Mhm.
How long they're gonna take? And you see the screen flickers, and there's this sort of like reddish tint into it as a voice comes through. 3 or 5 minutes. Perfect, thank you. Officer Nelorius, I would like to present you Ari's friend. Let's just say it's an assistant of mine. In a way, it's go ahead, but not really go ahead. You might meet go ahead in a moment, but I present you. They've been chatting a lot with Ari, learning many things about just around, getting to know each other. I think that kindred spirits always come back to one another, and sometimes you just need a little help to remember your place, don't you think?
I mean, certainly it's good to get perspective, particularly in the situation we find ourselves. We're all a bit disconnected from our pasts.
Right, and sometimes there's things about that past that maybe we would like to change, but that made us. And I think that it's good to never forget where we came from and who we really are. But I think our time has run out a bit more. Ari, thank you for introducing me, Officer Nelorius. I hope to meet soon again. And you see that he looks toward the door, and from the door you see another of the individuals around just opens it and like nods toward you, Nelorius, and to this individual. Sorry, I will have to stay here for a moment, but if you could possibly wait outside for a moment. Sorry, I know it's a bit of manners, but
No,
a couple of situations.
No worries at all. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Same for you.
I'll gets up and walks towards the door.
Yes.
What about
As
us?
you arrive,
Yeah, I was about to be like,
you're sprinting and you know, like begin like trying to slow down a bit your pace. And what you see outside is there's what you see now around like 5, 6 people outside of the establishment. You've been here in the night hours, and it now they
I
I wouldn't call day hours, but you see like people outside, and
I'm
they're kind of looking the direction you're coming from.
yeah, I'm not slowing down with like my own thing. I'm going to use one of them to stop my momentum. I'm straight running into one of them. I'm like grabbing them by the collarbone, pushing them up against a wall. Yeah. I am
Okay.
S has been having ideas and concerns, and things are happening.
God, I hate when I have ideas.
Mr. Chat, I'm sorry, we've gone off the rails.
This is
Somebody put the
perfectly
two chaotic characters in a room together and said
S
get out,
is-
and then just left us alone.
S is not chaotic. S has this is all within his own law set. He's not doing this for no reason.
You're gonna try to grapple then. Roll me or like just grab, like not grapple, but just grab them, right?
Yeah, it's more of like I'm trying to like pin them up against a wall rather than like full grapple, like hold them in place. It's like I'm running and they are my crash pad. And so it's like trying to move that, and then my intention from this is to move into an intimidation. If that'll help.
Okay. 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 Yeah. This is gonna be a two-parter then.
I'm okay with that.
Two-parter. You're gonna have to roll a. Let me see if you can roll it from here. Your. Can you do? Yeah, an arm strike. If you can do that from your character sheet.
Yeah, I believe I can do that.
Yeah, you're gonna roll an arm strike to kind of land the tackle. It's not gonna be any damage, just to land it against this individual. And depending how it goes, it will depends if you can roll the intimidation or not. You're gonna go against this KAC, so that's gonna be 13 that you have to beat.
Fuck! That is a natural one.
Oh.
Is there? There's no inspiration, right?
Nope.
Hold
So-
on. Can we create some inspiration?
No,
So,
we've
as
got
you
the
go-
advantage turned off for this one, I believe.
Not even that. Can we create some inspiration? In reality? No.
As you run and you like see who, like one that is looking away from you, you know, yeah, you think this is gonna be the easy target, but you see that the rest are looking and they move their hands toward the belts. Most of them have some coats, things like that, so you see that they move hands under their coats, and this one manages to turns and sees you as you're coming in, and unfortunately with that he manages to lift up the elbow and receives you with that right into the face.
Cool. Okay.
And fall right into your ass with that as you bounce off.
Great. Can I change my approach here then?
Oh wow, what is the approach? Tell me.
From on the ground, can I grab the leg and try and pull him down with me?
I think that would start getting into combat maneuvers.
Okay.
You will have to hit his KAC plus 8 to manage to do that.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a bit of a higher difficulty thing. Let me just double check if it's plus 8 or plus 5 that it has to be. It's a plus 8. So you have to roll above a. Where is the sheet? Why did I close it? I thought you were gonna land it immediately.
Yeah, me too. It's fine.
We all thought you were gonna do something beautiful and amazing.
You're gonna have to beat a 21 to manage this grapple from this. Like this is now
Okay.
again becoming more of a.
I've got a chance. I just gotta.
Yeah, you got a chance.
I have to roll at least a 14.
Still a chance.
And it's still an unarmed strike?
It's still an arm strike, unless you're using a weapon.
No, I'm going unarmed strike on this right now. At least a 14. At least a
I fully
14.
believe in you. You've got this.
What?
Universe!
No.
I
As you do that,
I
this
feel
person...
like I'm on fire right now.
Oh, don't worry. So, as you do this, and you try to grapple, pull the leg to throw him off. At this point, with the nat 1,
I'm okay if he like steps on my hand or something like that.
yeah, it's just ignore. It's not gonna be a longsword attack.
Yeah.
But definitely it's gonna be against a let's see. It doesn't give me the option because you're now prone. Can I actually put you the prone status from here?
I mean, if you can't, I should be able to.
Is this about the time in which I would be walking up to this
In a moment.
situation?
You're prone, so
Yep, I'm prone. Fine.
and I'm gonna target you, so again, this is not a
My KAC is 17.
17. Yeah, but you're prone. Why that not? Why that did not?
If you need to roll
Tell me
again,
if it's
just go
landed
for
or
it.
not. 17, right?
Yeah, my KAC is 17.
Maybe something broke from the modules and stuff. I'll have to check in a moment later. Okay. With that, I'm gonna say from. You take a -4 penalty to your armor class against melee, so yeah. That would definitely be a hit. With that, it's gonna be 9 bludgeoning as this individual kicks you right into the gut, pushing you just a couple 1 feet away from him, and then the rest of them surround you, and you see that they have at this moment managed to pull out weapons. They are trying to be as discreet as they can, but this is very you have 5 people surrounding someone that it has been elbow into the ground and then kick, so it's not subtle.
Look.
And as they do that, then you hear a voice. You hear a voice. Boys, behave.
Oh. Yeah.
They turn and
Smile.
you see this short. They're already short, the Isoki, but you see this Isoki walking forward, and as this is the first time you've seen this Isoki, part of his head is like this black metallic skull.
But I have.
The eye is this red kind of like ocular sensor.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing, but I have heard because Matt told me.
A description of him, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, as she's gonna like sit up, sort of like wipe where the blood is coming from, where he's been struck.
Mhm.
Look, I'm not here to step on any of your business. Not right now.
Where is Amos?
You have a friend of mine in here. And if you don't tell me where he is, I'm going
Simple
to
exchange. Just Amos here and your friend. or maybe close friend. We'll walk out. Simple as that.
Or how about this? You let my friend out, and I don't blow this place sky high. I'd like to roll a bluff here.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, you can roll bluff. You can roll bluff.
Oh,
29.
As you say that, you see that everyone around you, like, as they have the weapons out, pointing down, you see they begin getting nervous. You see this Isoki kind of like, he's looking at you, and you see he's just a person that probably has seen a lot of things, but you notice the mechanical eye in a very unnatural way. It's moving on directions different from his normal eye, and like begins like looking left, right, like begins like looking everywhere around.
You're not gonna find it.
and Amos, this is when you would be seeing this scene as they.
I'd like to mention S has not gotten off the ground, so he's like on his knees saying all of this.
Okay. Yeah.
What
Amos?
do I have to roll to understand what S is doing right now? That if I walk in there, his plan is fucking blown.
Here's the thing. This was set in between them. Unless S has some way of telepathy or something like that, I think you would be running into this area. Yeah, I'm trying to think any other way that they could communicate that, but
Alright,
unless you had like thumbs up something.
I don't think we did. I'm gonna roll a d20 IRL to make a decision.
It's a fight or freeze response coming up here.
Yeah, honestly, and it is not looking great. But I can see the Yasuki, and these are everybody else around us. They're from the Verdant Sun.
These
like,
are people that you saw on.
I can make
on
the assumption that they're from the bar.
Yeah, I mean, you saw them in the bar. Like out of the three faces you see, because some of them are giving your back. You see that they're people from the bar. But yeah, you arrive running into this.
Quickly, I'm gonna get out my data pad, send a ping to Null that just says help S and our location, because Mac does not know what S is, so assuming that S is human, and if they're hurt, Null can help.
Mac still doesn't know?
Max still doesn't know. He has
Oh.
suspicions.
S keeps a lot of information close to the vest.
Max still doesn't know. He has some suspicions to it, but is like, if I'm wrong, I don't want him to die. And, Sakran, how much do you know about American football?
Decently, the basics, I suppose.
Well, Mac is gonna full drop his shoulder and football tackle the Susoki into a wall or across the room. Because Mac is much bigger than this guy.
Oh yeah. You're gonna have to pass through this group though.
I am
Cool.
surrounded. Like, they've got a
Then
full bully circle on me.
Yeah, I will
The
pull
Soki's
guys.
closer to them, so you would have to pass through
Oh.
some of them, like even
Amazing.
around them.
I will full dog pile tackle if I have to.
I'm gonna say that would incur a couple of attack of opportunities from them.
That is
as I try
fine.
to like
That's fine.
So here's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be two athletic rolls to just pass and hit this guy. Actually, two athletic rolls to pass the guys. So they don't stop you.
Either way,
And
I'm
then-
in there, and that's what I want.
So do two athletic rolls for me. See if you can beat the individuals. And I'm gonna roll for them too.
A 17 and a 15. Wow, those are trash rolls.
Yeah, it's almost like my 2 nat 1s back to back.
Yeah, that was I rolled a 4 and a 2. But that's just trash rolls.
The first pirate roll at 24.
That's fine.
So as you do that, as you begin running, the Go-Ahead's eyes immediately locate you, and two of them like turn back to look, see you, and as you're trying to move around to tackle, because Go-Ahead is near the group, like he's not too far away. One of them, you think you can evade them before you see their arm lurching toward you and like what is it, clothesline?
Yeah,
Yes.
like where
yeah.
it's like,
I get full clothesline into this. That's
Yeah,
fine.
you get clotheslined by them.
and I take the opportunity as Go-Ahead's eyes see Mac to quick draw my gun and point it at him.
Yeah.
Let's be
Yeah.
a little more rational here. We don't need to make any sort of quick decisions.
You see him moves his hand toward his like what seems to be a holster and just stays there for a moment.
Oh, that's what I should have done.
Simple. We just want to talk with your friend here, Amos. Some business we need to attend. Just
You've
let him
already
in.
talked to me.
He just enters, talks what we need to talk. And in that time, the moment he enters, your friend walks out. Simple. We just need to have a more private conversation. Family business.
Family business.
Consider me family.
Speak now, then. Whatever family business you want.
You see for a moment the red eye turns off. He's still looking with the normal eye. It turns off. It turns back again. Well,
I don't like that smile.
I guess we're gonna have to bring more drinks for this talk. Like he whistles for them. You see they put the weapons out. You notice there's some people looking what is going on, but they're kind of moving on their own way. And these pirates kind of adjust. The one that clotheslined you, Amos, extends his hand toward you to get you up, and you see that he has like somewhat of an apologetic look, like
I'm gonna get up on my own, and I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help S up, and I'm gonna intentionally put S mostly behind me for one of my features, which is for something completely different. You can still shoot around me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I would like, seeing that Amos takes a more direct approach, I want to scan the area following, like, I'm keeping more of my eyes on the scenery, the perimeter players. I'm wanting to catch, positions of people that could be sentries or guards. I want to keep eyes on exits, potential weak spots. I'm just now in like vigilance mode.
Perception.
Yeah, I can do that.
Roll a perception check.
I hope I don't get another natural one.
I
why?
certainly hope not.
Yeah, I got a 25.
The first time I'm gonna be describing the step by step the things you see as you go forward into the area with that bow. But the first thing you see is that one of the nearby kiosks, the screen is not normal. It's a red screen with what seems to be a digitalized replica of Godhead's eye. And as you're walking forward, you see how the animation of it's like it is following you until it flickers and goes into the normal part. You enter, and Melodious, you are kind of hanging in like this foray area as you are getting out and being accompanied by some of this, what did you assume, patrons. When you see this Isoki, this rat-like individual, short, again, left side of a skull. It's from this whole section of the face, it's mechanical, and it doesn't seem like a clean intersection like you've seen some other videos. It seems almost rough, kind of thing. You're not sure if it's like a cap on top or if that is actually some sort of augmentation. You see it has this like red mechanical eye, Terminator-esque, that kind of like eyeball with the sensor. And you see as it enters, there's another person behind it, that seems to be the patrons, and escorted by this individual and 4 more of the patrons. Nulodius, you see S and Amos entering. S, you see a bit of a trickle of blood, a little bit of recent bruise.
Also, like, kind of smeared from where he wiped his face, too, so it's like...
Do I get a sense of the vibe?
Bad.
I would say that S is very much, you would have seen S like this before, but only in very high tense combat areas. He's got that tension around him. He's watching everything, very sort of surveying the situation. So it's not his normal, more subdued personality. Like, his vibes are very, very hostile.
So our Max, he's put S in a defensive position behind them. Even entering the room now, still has S in like the behind him.
And they walk
Along with
in.
that, Null, you also see how one of the people that enters moves to a console, begins pressing a couple of 2 buttons, and like the metallic curtains of the establishment begin closing, and you see that the previously unsure bartender, at the moment now, instead of holding what seems to be whatever mixer he had before, it now has a semi-automatic pistol on hand. And there is the immediate shift of not only this room, but even the entire establishment, that you look around and see the tension go from 0 to 100. Well, it was already like a 50, but now it's at 100, so everyone is like moving hands to belts, undercoats, some visibly drawing weapon and just keeping it next to them. And
What are you doing, Noel? Having a great time? We're having a great time.
Just now realized that he might be in danger. He
Just
might.
now?
Everyone's treated him nothing but politely up until this moment. He had no idea. Oh. Feel as though I've missed something. You all seem quite closely and perhaps negatively acquainted. Dear, are you alright?
Yeah, well,
You've got a little...
welcome to the Verdant Sun and how they do business.
I will say that there's not really a relief in S seeing Null, but it is more a tactical, alright, data point recognized, saved, we'll process later.
Yeah, he seems perfectly fine. He seems his usual self. If anything, suddenly getting nervous and tense about this. And as you begin moving forward, the door in the back opens, as for where you came, and people are kind of surrounding around you as you go further. You calculate between all, you calculate there might be at least 30 perhaps people here.
Oh.
And there seem to be some other people in some rooms coming out. And from the door you came in, the door opens and steps this individual you were talking. And Amos. There is...
Yeah.
The best way to describe it is a coldness beginning to fill your veins, your heartbeat beating almost in a way that goes faster while leaving each bump into your chest a growing and uncomfortable void as you recognize this person. From all those flashbacks, and from many more that are beginning to get into your mind that you did not recognize. As he opens his arms in a welcoming gesture. Well, I mean, I was expecting a family reunion, but I see you got some new people. Come along, take a seat. Let's have a talk.
More comfortable standing, talk.
Yeah, no, why don't you come over here for a little bit?
Actually, Officer Melodious.
Actually, you don't get to
stand-
talk to me anymore. You aren't my captain. Officer Melodius can make decisions for himself. He is, in fact, one of the bridge officers, and I don't believe you outrank him.
You're totally right. You're totally right. I am not the captain of the ship. I am not the captain of the ship. The real captain. Well, where is it?
Well, currently, the previous captain is dead, possibly. The current captain of the ship,
Mac,
she's pretty chill. Yeah?
don't give in to his goading. He knows more than what he's letting. Don't talk.
I know.
Mr. Family Reunion. Talk now or I blow this place up.
I'm sorry. Must made stuff come out of my nose. Mr. Family Reunion.
No, Null would like to during this altercation try to get closer to S and Mac. Try to subtly walk over there.
Inconspicuously.
Hey, you're gonna blow this place, huh?
Yeah. You saw me fiddling
Addy,
around.
can he blow his place?
You think Addie knows my
And
secrets?
you hear. Oh, you know, you're right. You're right. Addy, don't worry answering that. And don't worry. It's all gonna be fine. Are you sure? Yeah, don't worry. It's just sometimes adults have arguments. We have differences, but we can talk them out. But you know who knows a bit of your secrets? Not many, though. And you see he looks toward Goghet that moves next to him. And this individual sits down. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not ready with computers, but here, my friend, it's great having someone that has two minds. Especially in AI that has bypassed some of your stuff. Yeah, we detected that.
Yeah. Someone's been fucking with my files. I know that much. You think I don't keep track of things?
What files?
I know what you've been doing on the ship. I know what backdoors have been interacted with.
Yes. That, there's a certain point that there's no need for lying, and I'm not really lying. I do want to just sit and have a talk.
And I've said before, talk, or I will blow this place up. I may not have anything reset, but I've got a mind that can rival some of your best if you've only been able to scrape the surface of what I've got.
What kind of company have you gotten in with, Amos?
He doesn't know.
Better than you.
You really have forgotten. You really, really have forgotten how far we all came together.
Amos is real close to just snapping and just puts his hand in his pocket, pulls out his cigarettes, and just lights one.
Please. Amos, my boy, listen. I do not know what you remember, but we did great things. We were like this to be even greater until we got screwed. And really, what I want to do right now is not. I mean, we could all start a fight right now here, or Mr. Great Intellect can just blow us up in a moment. Be done with it. But what I really want to do is just have a moment to talk, piece out some of the things that are just weird about what happened to us, and continue the work we were doing before. What say just sit down, take a drink, have a pleasant talk between adults. Let a captain that has lost his ship have a talk with one of his best officers, his best pilots, and the one that was the last time on the helm of the Burden Sun.
Mac, this is your call. But I don't think we should entertain this conversation. Not even to figure out what might have happened.
Are you not interested in knowing what happened to your arm? Are you not interested to know what happened to us? We were successful pirates. I'm still trying to piece many things, but again, having two minds. Go ahead. It's a bit quirky, I know. He knows. I tell him that. But he got some extra information that when I got to know, I was impressed. Don't you want to know what happened that occasion and how we ended up in this ship like this? After that, you can make the decisions you want. I suppose you are your own adult. But we got far, and we can get even further together. And you too, Mr. Melodious, and I don't think I got on your name, but I think I'm not gonna get it either, so...
Yeah, respectfully, I decline. I work alone.
Great intelligence. Usually what we refer to them as.
You work alone. You work alone. Interesting. Very
bit of
good at computers, works alone.
When S says I work alone, I'm gonna shoot like a glance at S that's really just along the lines of, "You sure?"
He's got...
And it's not even like a that's the lie you want to go with. It's like, are you really sure you work alone now?
He says things, and whether or not there is truth to them or not, it's up to your interpretation. He may have close connections, but he works alone.
True. So, Mac is going to, I guess, gesture to a booth area for them to sit at. With
He nods.
yeah,
He nods.
and
Stands up and goes
he's
to the
gonna
book
wait
area.
for Null and S to get into the booth first, so that Mac is on the outside.
S does not get into the booth. As you said before, he prefers to stand during this.
Mm-hmm.
So he's staying
That's
standing.
what I figured.
Yeah. He'll move slightly over. He doesn't get quite to it because he wants to have a more open range for the rest of the establishment. So he moves enough to show that, he's listening and being somewhat cooperative, but he's not letting his guard down.
Plus, I know that you can probably get out easily if something were to happen. It's Null that I'm more worried about.
It's almost like that's what my entire character is based around, is getting out of situations.
Yeah, my only thing is, like, I really hope that I can get
He sits
Null
down,
out
waits for
quickly.
you. Okay. He sits down very comfortably. You get the sense that he feels he's in control. Actually, roll sense motive, whoever wants to.
Oh, finally, something that wasn't terrible.
I'm focusing elsewhere.
You're focusing like wherever I need to run. What is the next place?
Yeah,
to go?
it's really like as he's going through his escape plan, he's like noting closest exits, how many people are between him and the exit, how many people are active threats. It's full escape plan mode right now.
Melodious, you rolling, or you just at the moment vibing with the situation?
He's sort of observing. I feel like he doesn't know enough about the situation. He's quite literally walked into to really be checking on anything other than like, oh wow, my two colleagues and my more than colleague are
No, you're one colleague, and you're more than you're more than colleague.
real tense right now.
It's colleague, but it's in quotation
Colleague, colleague, and then more than colleague.
Colleague plus.
Yeah, colleague plus. Thank
marks. I'm
you.
on that subscription level.
Like those two are
That's
standing
please
real.
$5 a month to subscribe to Null.
They're standing real big and tough at the ends of this booth, and Null just like slides in like, oh, we're being tough. Okay, all right.
Okay, once Null goes in, because I know S isn't going to, I'm gonna get in.
Everyone's being so scary.
Amos, you're not fully sure how to read him. There's a part of you that is like you're not sure how well he has planned anything of this, but you're getting sensation of confidence. You're not sure if it's like true or false confidence, but he feels super calm about the whole situation. But you also know how he is in terms of combat. Like, seems to be at the ready for things. And as he sits down, would you like a drink or something? I mean, just... Why should I keep beating around the bush? Do you know why we came here, Amos?
My assumption has always been that we came here for the same thing that we do, or did, for almost every ship that wasn't ours. Kill everybody, rob the place blind, and sell it for scrap.
Wow, you have really forgotten our goals. You've really forgotten so much. But you are right. We were going to steal the Dralark. But it was not our goal just to sell for scrap. How could we sell this marvelous vessel? Could have been so useful for our true objective. To protect pack rules.
No role necessary, he looks at Mac, and Mac does not believe him. To protect the pack worlds, that is the exact moment where Mac's like, oh, you're lying to me, got it.
I'm not lying to you, Mac. All those times, all the talks, the recruitment we did for with people to...
Recruitment.
Don't you remember? You helped on that too. Not just what happened with you, but actual recruitment. People that wanted to join us for a true cause. There were the bureaucrats, the politicians, the people in power forgot really at the Pack Worlds why we had to fight, and they just left it. They decided after all those years of warfare, that we were going to forget what the Vesk had done to us. And as you said, Vesk kind of hits you for I think specifically for S, that is the one more focused on looking around. There's not a single Vesk in this room. With this Dralark, with the Dralark, we could have gained so much power to be a force to continue the war that was left behind. I understand, things happen, but with this, you could have done it. We're not gonna sell it for scrap. And the people inside the ship, well, probably the security was gonna be very loyal, but once the captain was down, we could have just taken it. It all went down shit. Go ahead. You see the Soki approaches. Yeah, here is, Captain. Hands like a projector disc. Ryako takes a projector, puts it in the middle of the table. You might want to take a look at this, Amos. He presses a button and begins showing what seem to be records, holographic projections. And initially it seems gibberish, until you in particular, Amos, recognize. These are ship logs, coordinates, positioning. And in your mind, you begin to feel a bit of a headache as a memory begins to come true. And that's where we're gonna leave tonight's episode.
Oh.
Hey. I'm totally fine. I'm not feeling emotions at all. But thank you guys to our viewers for joining us and watching this. And we will, of course, be back to continue this. Hopefully not so long next episode. But thank you all. Follow us here on Twitch to catch our live streams. Head over to YouTube to catch our VODs. Join us in our Discord if you want to jump in a game yourself, or just keep up to date with all of our announcements. But
My
we'll see you
emotions
later.
are violent.